In North Carolina, an anti-abortion law was passed just after their anti-Sharia law bill was passed. This created massive ripple effects throughout the Muslim community because they felt that they were being restricted from practicing the things that their religion entails. It's also part of the larger and more general debate on the view of abortion, and especially how the Muslims view it. In a Facebook page entitled "Islam is Anti-Abortion", people claim that the killing of an unborn child is specifically said to be wrong and a sin in the Quran. Although this page does not have any sources cited, when the information on the page is looked up, what is said is true. But there is no doubt that this is simply an attempt to create a strong anti-abortion view amongst Muslims and to bring them together to fight against a common cause. To quote the Quran, it says, "Whoever has spared the life of a soul, it is as though he has spared the life of all people. Whosoever has killed a soul, it is as though he has murdered all of mankind." This quote says that you may not kill a single life because it is as though you killed everyone, but saving someone is as if you saved everyone. Therefore, some people believe that the fetus is part of mankind, therefore you may not abort it. Other people quote 1732, which states, "Kill not your offspring for fear of poverty. It is we who provide for them and for you. Surely killing them is a great sin." And this states that a parent should not kill their child because it's the parent's job to raise the kids, not to kill them. There was also a video produced by One Islam Productions that is meant to show not what the Quran says specifically about abortion, but more what the principles spoken about in the Quran can tell us about abortion.
The soul is that which enters the body and becomes the person. At a certain point, when the child is conceived, it is at one point just a piece of flesh, or at one point it is just a sperm drop connected to an egg, just a clot. At another point, it becomes a fetus. At another point, it becomes an embryo. At a certain point, the soul enters and it becomes an actual person. And we are told that when a child is in the womb of the mother, at 14 weeks, it is a complete person. The heart is beating. Its fingerprints are there. Its mind, its brain is operating. Its little lungs are operating and breathing. All of its fingers and toes have been formed.
A less conservationist view allows for abortion under certain circumstances. There are people who believe that abortion is excusable if it is within 120 days of conceivance and has some untreatable illness or is to live in a life where it will not develop normally. More liberal people that believe that it is a choice that needs to be made sometimes and parents should not be at fault for aborting their child. This video shows a very pro-choice idea on the subject of abortion. This opinion, though, is barely supported in most Islamic people, but it is fair to show all sides of the argument.
If you're somebody who thinks that abortion is murder, or that it's equivalent to killing a baby, then here are the facts. You may not know this, but there's a difference between a baby and a fetus. Babies are cute, happy, and alive. A fetus is an organism that grows in a woman's womb until it becomes a baby, but that takes a while. Nobody knows for sure the exact point when a fetus becomes a baby, but it's somewhere around when the first brain activity is detected. Scientists have determined that the first brain activity in a fetus usually shows up around the 6th week of pregnancy, and 68% of abortions take place before the first 7 or 8 weeks. Up until that point, a fetus has the same mental and physical capacities as a tulip. The other 32% are only performed if there is an absolutely life-threatening condition towards the mother, and abortions after the first trimester are very uncommon. Take a look at this picture of an aborted fetus at 6 weeks. Brace yourself, it's graphic. You can see here that abortions aren't always as grisly as the pictures you see online.
Now, women get abortions for many different reasons, not just the ones you hear about all the time.
My name is Hannah Soika, and I just found out that I was pregnant 2 weeks ago. Much to my surprise, I'm not very happy about it since I'm planning on going to college. And so if I have this baby, it will deter me from my educational experience. So I'm planning to get an abortion.
I'm a very busy woman. I work 60 hours a week. My career is really demanding. And being debilitated for months, I could lose my job. If I ever wanted to start a family later in life, I'm going to need the salary I make now to start a life saving. And being pregnant is going to make that nearly impossible.
We already have 4 kids, and that's enough for me. So when I got pregnant for the 5th time, we decided as a family not to go through with it again.
There are many more situations where a woman would need an abortion, but there are way too many to be listed here. So now you know that abortion is, by scientific definition, not murder, and that there are a bunch of reasons that a woman would need an abortion.
So, abortion is legal now, but it hasn't always been. Until the court case Roe v. Wade was passed in 1973, which legalized abortion until the fetus had the ability to live outside the womb, women who needed abortions were forced to get back alley operations which were unsafe and done without any knowledge on the subject. Thousands of women died from this. Roe v. Wade was the first step towards a society that accepted and understood abortions, but we still have a ways to go. With your knowledge on the subject, you can find out more and help improve the establishment of abortion in America. We hope that you can be pro-choice and spread the truth about abortion.
Many pro-choice people say that abortion is okay at any time because pregnancy is dangerous and a huge responsibility. So in some situations, such as rape or unwanted pregnancy, it's needed. In conclusion, it's important to understand the range of opinions on abortion is extremely vast in the Muslim community, but all is based on the idea of soul. It is understood that the soul is given to a person at some point during pregnancy, but it's the idea of when that can differ opinions. And this is a debate that will continue for a long time before any final consensus is reached.